This city has a name that some might think would belong to a tropical island in the Caribbean. It is not only multicultural, but multilingual, multiracial, multi-religious, and is even a multi-acronym nation. It has been given multiple names like Nanny State, Garden City, Air-Conditioned Island, Amusement Park Country, and even Little Red Dot. Young in history, small in size, yet this country is the only industrialized nation along the equator and is home to the world's busiest port. This stop is Singapore. Welcome to Culture Shock. Located in the southern tip of the Malayan Peninsula, Singapore's name is derived from a Sanskrit word which means Lion City. Singapore is one of the 4 remaining true city-states in the world. It is the smallest nation in Southeast Asia. Home to 4.6 million people, Singapore is a multiracial nation with 4 major cultures. Reputed to be a garden city, trees and plants are spotted at every turn. You are greeted with clean streets, beautiful flowers and lots of... You know, when I think of Singapore, I think of sun, sand, sea, beaches, and... whoa! Incredible humidity! Singapore is a great melting pot of cultures, but it's the weather which literally melts your face. Because Singapore is just 1 degree north of the equator, the climate here is characterized by high temperatures, humidity, and abundant rainfall. Temperatures range from 27 to 34 degrees Celsius, and during prolonged heavy rain, relative humidity can reach a whopping 100%. So, my advice to you is this: wear cotton, bring plenty of towels and tissues, drink lots and lots of water. Oh, and don't forget your umbrella, because you never know when the skies are open here and you will experience a tropical rainstorm. Getting to anywhere in Singapore is a breeze. From trains, taxis and buses, there's a whole lot of means for you to choose from. After checking out the various options, I headed straight for the affordable, convenient, regular cabs, which you can catch just outside the arrival terminals. Taxis are a dime a dozen in Singapore. Taxis are very comfortable and most are metered, so there's no chance of you being taken for a ride. But rates do change quite frequently, so if you're unsure, check the rate card that can be found in most taxis. To the city, please.
Sure. And may I know you prefer me to go by ECP or PIE, please?
PIE? Pie? I've already eaten. Oh. I did hear something about Singaporeans being fascinated with food. But to name an expressway after a dessert is a whole new ballgame to me. With signs for expressways, buildings and many others, it sure looks like Singapore is not only a multiracial and multilingual country, it is also an MAN, a multi-acronym nation. This is definitely a culture shock. Let's see if there are more. Are all taxi drivers as polite as you?
I believe so.
Could you tell me something? I saw someone referring to another person in a newsagent as uncle. What's that all about?
Well, this is a polite way that we Chinese address our elder. We call them uncle.
Okay, so if I call you uncle and I call the women aunties, is that good?
Well, you can call them sweetie pie if you want to.
Sweetie pie. Well, that was some abbreviated journey back to my hotel. Just give me a sec and I'll be right back. You see, I told you I'll be right back. Okay, camera trickery aside, that was some efficient desk clerk. Got me checked into my hotel in no time. Which leaves me more than an hour to explore and find my way to my dinner appointment at some food centre near the business district. Let's see if I can make my way there with another acronym. The MRT. Also known as Singapore's mass rapid transit system, the MRT is the nation's major train system that spans the entire city-state. I figured it's probably quite a comfortable ride in such air-conditioned trains, but as I nauseously found out, peak hours are not the best times for travelling. And for someone like me who loves a bit of space, I think I'd better get off to look for some other alternatives. And I think I may have found it. From air-conditioned trains to air-conditioned buses. Quite a different experience from the trains. Buses are a great way to do a bit of sightseeing. On the way, I couldn't help but marvel at how clean and green the roads are. After a pleasant bus ride around town, I am able to make it to my dinner destination on time. But one of my friends, Dean, is late. From my conversations with Sanjay and Ray, I hear it's not uncommon for Singaporeans to arrive 10 to 15 minutes late. They call that being fashionably late. That's a culture shock for me. But that is just the beginning of culture-shocking news for the evening.
Don't touch it!
Why?
It's somebody else.
But it's unopened. So what would happen if I sat down here now and just wiped my face with a tissue?
They will just come and ask you very politely and softly, can you please move? This table is mine.
Oh, well, look, I don't want to offend anybody, so let's find another table. Well, apparently in certain hawker centres, it can get so crowded that it's hard to get a seat after buying your food. And to avoid walking around with a tray of food looking like a fool, Singaporeans have taken to reserving their seats with packets of tissue paper. After learning how to reserve tables Singapore style, I discovered that the multicultural traits of Singapore is the reason why there is such a huge variety of food available. You're spoiled for choice.